Turn me up. Turn me up.
Yep, mic check. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Let's get this faded out a little bit. Shyke, can I get you say something?
Yeah, I'm here. Got to go and do not disturb real quick.
Okay, we're good to go then. 6 o'clock on the dot. Episode 6, Skywalking with Wetz, and today we got Shyke Smalls. Were you born in Great Falls? Were you weren't born in Great Falls? Were you born in like South Carolina?
No, I was born in South Carolina in '94, and then we moved out here in 2002, I believe.
Okay, so Shyke Smalls out of South Carolina, but grew up in Great Falls, Montana Western legend.
Yeah, rep the funk.
You got to, man. Great Falls High Bison over here, dog. Montana Western legend, top 6 scoring, back-to-back All-American nods, and then now the University of Providence assistant coach, man. Thanks for coming on, dog. I appreciate it. Know you busy. You got the recruits coming in and all that.
Appreciate you for having me, man. I always wanted to do this with you.
Yep. Had to get you on, man. I got She on at one point.
Yeah. Smooth talker right there.
Smooth talk. Yep. I had She on at one point, and said hit me up. He's like, "Gotta get Shyke on." I was like, "I know." Oh, I had Glenn on. I need to get Glenn back on. We should have paired this all up.
Get Glenn back.
Yep.
Miss Glenn.
Dude. Damn.
Yeah. Hey, I know.
Damn.
I know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Man.
Hey.
We'll talk about it.
Hey. Man, so
hey, I'm still mourning. Just leave me alone right now.
Yeah, bro, me too. And even after last night watching how I felt like the girls got kind of screwed over too, man. Was that, hey, God bless him, nothing against the guy. Was that Ike reffing?
Due to my job, I don't think I can comment on that.
Okay, yeah.
But I do think a Frontier ref was reffing.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know who, though.
I don't know, man. I just thought I was like, is that Ike? Because I grew up playing in Great Falls, and he was always reffing, and my grandpa was a ref and stuff. So, like, I couldn't tell if Ike was out there. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. But good to have you on, dog. I appreciate it. I know you got that City League chip tonight, so we'll get you in. We'll get you out. We'll make it nice and precise.
If I make it, man, I do. If I don't, I'm hanging with you.
Yeah. Hey, let's do it, baby.
Let's do it.
I guess it's kind of break it down. Talk to us a little bit about, like, you said you came up out of South Carolina. Do you remember any of that?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember most of it. It was just, I mean, it was a good life. Like, it was always sunny.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I remember most of it. My mom had me when she was young. Her and my grandma raised me, and then my biological father, his mom helped raise me in just, a village.
Yeah.
And then my mom went to basic training in 2001. And then, like, literally, only thing I remember after that, like, my vivid memory of being in Montana was the day we got here was the day of the attacks. And we couldn't get on the Air Force Base because it was on lockdown. And we had, like, all our stuff with us, like, all our clothes, everything, like, coming from South Carolina. And we had to stay in the, and you're going to know this, so the motel by the mall.
Oh, word, like that Motel 8 or whatever? Damn.
Yes, the grimy one.
Yes, damn.
Yeah, we had to stay in there. And I remember we got to Eddie's Corner and went into the store. And, like, I kid you not, the lady was behind the counter, like, we're under attack. Like, the U.S. is under attack. And I was like, I'm young. I'm like, what are you talking about, lady? Like,
damn.
Hey, let me get my Indian dip. Yeah, man. It was, yeah. But, yeah, I was here in 2002. Went to Loyola Elementary. Shout out to Minuteman. then I was an East Ram.
Okay, yep.
Then Great Falls High Bison.
Hey, East Ram, Great Falls High. You said Loy? Was that the one right next to the
Loy.
base? Right next to the base, yeah.
It's preppy over there. It's different.
Yeah, they were kind of like the outsider school. Like, and I never even knew anyone coming from Loy. I think you might be the first person, bro. But bringing it back, that's kind of trippy though. Like, getting here and we're under attack. You can't get on the base, lock everything up, man.
Yep, we moved here, and then my mom got deployed.
And
it's like, yeah, it was
shit.
crazy. Yeah, me, my brother, my stepdad, grandma, aunt, her husband, her kids. They all like we whole family. Like we all just moved out here just to get. But
damn,
yeah, it was crazy time.
South Carolina, Montana, man. That's crazy. Did you ever go back? Do you go back often or?
I haven't been back in a minute. I think last time I went back, I was still in college. Went back and saw my dad and my brothers on his side.
Mm-hmm.
That was like in college, and then we went to Florida for Marvay graduated.
Yeah,
Shout out FAMU.
Shout out
FAMU.
Oh, is that where you went?
I can't do nothing else, but shout out FAMU. We went to Florida for that, and then they all went to South Carolina after, and I went home. Had to get back. We were in the middle of the season.
Damn, what's Marvay on? Marvay. I remember when
he's moving different.
He was like I'm like between you two almost. Like I was looking up to you, and then like when I was like a junior, maybe a senior, Marvay was below me. Bro, talk about swag, pulling up in the drip every day. He had like no one was fucking with Marvay at Great Falls High. I'll just say that. He was dripped out every day.
He wore rock revivals in like elementary. And I'm like, what are you doing? And my parents were buying it for him and stuff. And I'm like, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, I just want some LeBrons. And Marvay's like, rock revivals. I'm like, what?
Yo,
he can dress. I will say that.
Yep. That's crazy though to think that like Marvay's like even graduated out of college. Was he doing music? Or was he was doing music, but now he's in like the medical field. He's going to medical school. He wants to be a psychiatrist. Hell yeah, I fuck with that a lot.
But I think there's more. I think there's more to the psychiatrist. I just don't know.
Right. There's a lot of
Marvay.
Yeah.
He keeps to himself.
There's a lot of different avenues you can go with that too, man. But that's good for him. Psychiatry is needed, dog. It's definitely needed.
Oh, sure.
But that's dope. And then you got a little sister too, don't you? Do you have two of them? Two little sisters?
I got two. Yeah. I got Zuri is the youngest. She's 8. And then I got Zion, who just turned 18.
Okay.
So, Zuri is more like me, and Zion's more like Marvay.
Okay. Great Falls High?
They're more. Yeah. Yep.
Keeping it strong, man.
Zuri's gonna be a Bison for sure. She got that blood in her.
Yep.
She's rowdy. She's a rowdy one.
Hold up real quick. I forgot to post to Insta. Hold on, give me 1 sec here.
Yep, no, you're good.
Yep. We're live. There's Unc right there. We're in here. But yeah, damn. Cause I'll tell you this, bro. I'll tell you this. When I watched you coming up, like, cause I was always in the gym with my grandpa, right? So I'd always watch you at the High Z and all these places. I wanted to specifically ask this question. What was that team you were on, your travel ball team name? Were you like the Blazers or something?
The Trailblazers. Yeah.
Y'all were different. Y'all were different, bro. Y'all were different, bro.
Trailblazers. Yeah. So Isaiah's dad, Marcus Collins, who's a bishop at our church, he was our head coach, and he like ran the program, and he started it, and we did that for the middle school portion, and then just so we could all play together. Instead of going to all the other teams and stuff. Yeah,
y'all
was fun.
Different. Y'all had like a swag to you too. I remember because like there was one time, y'all clapping, y'all doing all that, and like you were like the first team I saw like warm up with your sweatshirts on still. Yeah. I have a vivid memory, if that's the right word, of like you out, like everyone has their stuff off, they're getting ready. You're kind of swagged out. You were kind of had your sweatshirt on, going through the layups. I was like, that's dope. But Kenny G's didn't let me do that. He didn't let me do
basketball team.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Damn.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy you remember that, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What team did you play on?
I played on 2. I played on the Bearcats and the Thunder. And
what color were the Thunder? White and green?
We were blue and white.
What color were the Bearcats?
We were kind of like a navy blue gold with like white stripes. I'm trying
There's one memory I have of you. We were at that the Winter Classic. We were at the Winter Classic at Great Falls High, and you I think you had like 40, and you didn't step, like you didn't go past the free throw line, like
yeah.
Like like how your grandfather used to ref free throw
Yep.
volleyball line to volleyball line.
Yep.
You
Yep.
went free throw line. I mean, free throw line to free throw line, or 3-point line to 3-point line, and just cast.
Bro.
Minimal defense.
Minimal D. Hey, minimal D. But I'll tell you what. That was it. I just casted, man. Those tournaments, you get in there, and you just have a heyday, and I loved it.
Role.
I loved it.
Yeah, you knew your role. You knew your role.
I loved it. I did it. He even let me do it on his team in high school. Once I got to varsity, I couldn't do that kind of stuff anymore, pulling from half.
Hey,
I did sometimes.
Shout out Kenny G. He lets you rock on JV.
Yeah, Oh, you know. He
come in there. He write on his board. Shyke, I got you for a quarter. All right.
Yo.
Let's go.
Yep, I got you for a quarter. Go get yours and just kill, bro.
Good times, man.
Yeah, good times for sure. But yeah, I was thinking, because when I was like, I got to get Shyke on here, I was like, I need to try and remember what his team was. I was like, is it 76ers or was it the Blazers?
Trailblazers, black and red.
Black and red.
Yeah, black and red.
Solid too. Who were y'all competing with? Because every game I watched, y'all were busting everyone's ass.
No, we always struggled with that CMR team that had like Russell Morin, Colton Carter, those guys.
Bro, I forget about cats like that, man.
I'm old.
Yeah. Are you 30
30
now? You're 30 now?
Monday.
30 Monday.
Chill.
April 1st?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, that's crazy. I'm 27, and I'm right there. But I forget about stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm like Russell Moore. He was so good. Colton Carter, shooter, right?
Yep.
Shooter.
Colton Carter, shooter. Cameron Oswood.
Was he the little guy, but scrappy as hell? Yep. Then they got their hands on Isaiah. Then he went to CMR. I remember I was sick.
Yeah.
But that was probably fun battling them during that time. But I was like, damn, I really wanted to play with Elijah. I remember thinking that as a kid. I really want to play with Elijah. And I really wanted Andre Langhorne to go to Great Falls High, but Will kept him over there.
Yeah. Bro, we could have had some squads.
Yes.
We could have had some squads, man. We had squads that didn't achieve, and we could have had some squads that.
Yes. Imagine if Great Falls took like the Bozeman route for 50 years, just had one high school. We would have been killing. There's something different. Hey, there's something different about Great Falls. Like it's either one team's doing good or the other. You know what I mean? It depends what sport. At least one team's going to be solid on both sides. And if you combined it, it would have been crazy. But anyways. Yeah. Shit, so you didn't go to state until your junior year? No, senior year.
Yeah, I didn't go to state. I didn't go to state until my senior year.
You should have went to state your junior year, right?
Yeah.
Yo, oh my! Did y'all start undefeated or something crazy?
I think we started like 11-0. Oh.
Damn. That was the squad. So for me, bro, like coming up, like you were the guys that I like looked up to. You know what I mean? It was like you.
Yeah, because you're always around. You're
always around. Trey Skunkcap, Matt Schmitz,
Santino.
Bro.
See, right?
Bro, Santino.
You couldn't tell me Santino couldn't be a frontier guard during that time. He couldn't come in on any frontier school and score.
He would have killed. He was a kill. Why didn't
exactly.
he? I don't know. Santino, bro. So that team, you had Lee
Perkins.
Lee Perkins, just D1 football player.
Solid, nice guy. Like I literally ran into him at a Costco in Missoula 2 years ago. He has 4 kids. Happy. Like he was happy to see me, him and his wife. It was like a Sunday. It was the most beautiful thing ever.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, crazy.
Skylar Watt, right? He was there.
Yeah, Skylar Watt. Santino, Skunkcap, Trevor.
And Trey was cold too. So like
Trey.
My dad, Trey Keels, the Dane Moeller,
Matt Schmidt.
But
Trey
the Dane lock. Yeah, the Dane Moeller killer, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, like, that was like, I remember being in there with y'all, and it was dope, and I'll never forget it. But like, you kind of do at the same time. Like, time goes by so quick, and then I remember watching Santino, dog. Like, even when he was in middle school, I was like, damn,
Coming to the open gyms and
killing. And then you had Trey Skunkcap, because my dad dated his mom for the longest time. Strap, he could hoop.
Strap.
But that one of those teams, man, that if y'all would have had the divisional tournament they have now, you would have went for sure.
Or if we just followed team rules.
That's right.
Just follow team rules.
That's right. There's strict rules, man.
Real simple.
Yeah.
Real simple.
Be diligent. Damn.
Be diligent.
But then you did it. Then you did it the next year when you weren't supposed to, in a way.
Oh God, yeah. We were 7-20, I think, or 7-13, or whatever it was. I don't know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We played Skyview, who I think they only had 3 losses.
They should have been number one if West wasn't killing.
West was solid, man. West was a tough team.
So y'all went into Skyview. I remember my Spanish teacher was like, she was like, "Are you going to that game?" I was like, "Nah, I think we're gonna lose. Just no faith." And then no faith. And then my grandpa called me. He's like, "We won," and I was ecstatic, but I was like, I'm an idiot. I should have went to that game.
Yeah, it was
because I had the opportunity.
You want to know how crazy all this is? So we get to the game, and by that time, I think Western called me. So Keller had called me, and we were talking, but I didn't know what recruiting was. It was all right, this old guy on the phone calling me. Cool.
Some old guy.
Yeah. So we get to the gym. There's a girls' game before us. So Skyview girls are playing Billings senior girls. Senior student section, we come up the stairs for warm up. Senior student section started chanting for us.
Oh,
swear to God! And I'm just like, oh my God! I was like, oh, something crazy is gonna happen. We're either gonna get blown out or we're gonna win this game. That's just how it's gonna be. So we're playing the game. Boom, boom. It's low scoring. You know how it was, 31, 32.
Yeah.
Whatever. Boom. And I have probably 8 points. I don't think anybody's going crazy. Lucas Vining is our leading scorer. Shout out.
He stepped up.
He was a freshman.
Freshman.
Lucas Vining was our leading scorer, and then Lawrence.
Yep.
So they kept us in it, and then all of a sudden we got the ball, and I don't even remember what happened, but I got the ball. I was on the left corner by the half court where probably I shouldn't be, but they didn't trap, and I saw Matt Furman on me, and I was like, I know I can get to my spot.
Yeah.
So Coach Howard didn't say anything.
Barbecue chicken.
Kenny G saying go. So I just went, all right, go. We good, and I hit the shot, and then they throw it in. Dane missed it, and next thing I know, I just ran off and shit, we're going to state.
Oh my! So that's some legendary shit, though.
Yeah, that was state. Then, so back to that. So we celebrate, yada yada. Coach Howard's all the way up in the bleachers on the top by himself, just smiling, but just up there by himself. I go up there, give him a hug.
Hadn't been there since Bobby's senior year.
Exactly. Give him a hug. Coach Howard. Love him to death.
Yep.
We get on the bus. We're still celebrating. Coach Keller calls me. Brandon Brown hits a game that same night to beat Westminster in their conference or in their tournament or something.
God.
The same, literally, probably the same exact time if the game's tipped off at 7:00.
Yep. Damn.
You know what I mean? Crazy.
Did you overlap with him, Brandon?
No. That was his senior year and my senior year of high school.
I remember when I got onto those highlights, man. I was like, damn.
Bro, I watched him because I used to come to the UGF games a lot when I was going to high school just to, probably end up here. I don't know. And I came here one time when they played, and first play he ran box 4 for that lob. Throws it to the post, comes off, 2 hands, boom. I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Holy cow! I think he had 28 that game. He was a player.
we'll get into
music
that. We'll get into that
Yeah.
stuff here in a sec. But what was
Yeah,
what was I gonna say? Um, but yeah, for Bob, it was like Bobby's senior year where they went out. They went out. Sorry, I remember I went because I didn't go Bobby's junior year when they won it. I couldn't go.
yeah. Hmm.
But this next year I went when it was at the Metra, and they lost the senior that first night, and then they lost the next
First
day,
night.
bro. I was so
Yeah.
sick, and then nothing
Yep, I
until
remember
then.
that.
Nothing
I
until
used
then.
to- I
And
remember that. I was hurt.
yeah,
I was hurt.
and then we had those Schmitz years, and then that year, then after that he didn't miss the state tournament for shit. You had Tark too. I forget about
Yeah,
that. You had Tark
yeah.
too, man.
Bro, we have a good squad.
Bro, yeah, and then Tark did it. Then we went back-to-back years, and then he didn't miss until I think maybe last year or this year.
I think last. Did he go last year?
I don't know.
I think last year. He just played for like a state championship. I think 3 years ago.
Torgeson's here. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah. Terrell was on that team. He's out there still, right?
Yep. Terrell's out here.
Good. I like that kid. He's a good kid.
He's a good kid. Great kid.
But did that's what I was gonna ask. Did Silsby ever reach out to you?
Not like I don't know recruiting in college at that time, so it wasn't like, hey, come to my school. It was like open gyms. I did do like a visit, but it was more like I get to leave. Wait, I don't have to go to school for a whole day.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Major's gonna write me a pass. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll come hang out with you, Silsby.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that was it. So just him, pretty much him and Keller.
Yep. Damn. Were you pretty? So when I went to my first, college open gym, I was shitting bricks. What was that like for you?
Yeah, I was shitting bricks. I couldn't go left. I couldn't shoot a jump shot. It was horrible.
Yeah, it was bad for me too, man. I was like in there. I was just like not. I remember I called my uncle Donnie before. I was like, I'm going into my first. Do you have any advice? Because he played back in his day, and he said just go. And it probably took me a couple open gyms until I started to like. Because like at the same time, I had to get respect from the other guys too, like because they open gym people aren't just playing, bro. Like
exactly.
like they're not just gonna give you the ball, and so I had to be ready, and like just the speed of the game, and like even how hard they pass you the ball, like
it's different.
It's different, bro.
Everything's faster, quicker.
Mm-hmm.
The window's closing quicker. Like everything's just moving faster.
Yep.
And once you see it and process, and your brain sees it, and you're just like, all right, it's still basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then once I hit a couple jumpers, and I was like, okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna stand behind the 3-point line and just let these guys give me the ball. And that's ultimately what got me there.
That works.
But
simple job.
But shoot, then you end up going to Western. You go to Western. You took a red shirt, right?
Yes. Thank God.
What's that red shirt like year for you? Was it for me personally? It was tough because it was the first time in my life in a long time I never played anything. I was going to practices, but I wasn't like actually competing in games. So it was like a weird change for me. How was it for you?
So for me, it was a little different. So like I redshirted, and then I don't know. I just enjoyed being like the guys we had in the program at the time. I just enjoyed being around them, whether they were on the varsity or the JV. So like I would go to the varsity practice, do my thing, and then like my roommate at the time, Bryson, he was on JV. So when I'm coming back from practice, he's getting ready from his practice, and I'm just like, well, I'm not just gonna sit here. So I would go to JV practice, and by that time they're like scrimmaging and stuff, getting ready for their game. So like I'm scout scrimmaging for the JV. You know what I mean? So like I'm still playing games, and I had intramurals, and then I was always in the gym and just working on the thing. But yeah, I mean, it was tough. So like what I normally did is like when the varsity would have a game and I didn't have to be there, I didn't want to watch because I couldn't play, and that's kind of selfish. I usually would go home or watching from my dorm. But Steve caught on, and then I had to start, okay, you need to be here.
Yeah. Was Bryson Smith your roommate? Is that the kid I'm thinking of? Shooter. Another shooter from Capital, right?
Capital Brewing. What is it? Brew Crew on 3, I think.
Brew Crew
on 2.
You know,
whatever it is.
fuck
Yeah.
Capital. I'm just, but it is what it is.
I didn't say that. Wait, I'll take Capital kids.
Yeah, he'll take them. I'm not recruiting or anything right now. All I know is even if they didn't have like a super talented basketball team, it was going to be a tough game. They're physical. They're those Capitals games, bro. Especially when you go to Capital. You remember? We're not going to say it, but do you remember their chant your senior year when you first went there? I was stunned. I was the first time I was seeing a student section like that. But they chanted some outlandish stuff at us because there was a legal thing that happened at Great Falls High, if you remember. And they
Was it the old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I do remember.
And I was just like, oh my god! And who was it? So Donald turns around. He said, "Don't say anything." And I was just like,
yeah.
And I'm sitting next to my boy Hunt, who will yell anything across the room.
Yeah, Hunt will yell anything.
No,
he'll yell anything at any team that he's supporting.
Yeah, but anyway, go to Western, you red shirt, doing your thing. Then you start to kind of play. And so how was that? How was that for you? Like, so that red shirt year, I'm happy. Like, it's needed for me. It was needed, probably very needed for you. How'd that make that transition to actually getting time? Did you start on that JV team, or were you straight varsity?
So I did both. Whenever the JV games were on a time when varsity weren't playing, then I just played in the varsity game, or I made the varsity trip. Like I played here in Great Falls with the JV guys, and then I played in Billings with the JV guys for a weekend. But majority of the time I was with the varsity, and like it fluctuated on the playing time. So I just, I understood it at the point. Like I understood what was going on, and I paid my dues, and I understood my time. My time would come. So.
Yep. And y'all had some killers too.
Yeah, we had a lot of killers. That's what I'm saying. Like redshirting, it was the best decision I think I made. Well, it's the best decision Keller made.
Dude, I don't get how Keller gets his hands on some of these dudes, man. I'm like, because Western, y'all had some dudes, and it was just like, damn, like these guys, like,
I don't know. I don't know.
Like with you. Oh, go ahead.
It's like, the season gets over in March, and you want to get on all these guys and stuff, but your cream of the crop not going to be there until like that July. And a lot of schools don't want to wait until July because they want to, you know what I mean? They want to have guys here and ready in August. But we've signed, like, kid you not, Dexter Williams.
Dude.
We got him like a week before we start class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he does it. I don't know.
Same thing with Dom, bro. Like,
yeah,
it was like no one really wanted to like bet on him, and then he comes in and just starts killing, dude. And I remember Owens one time. He was like, "All right, Jake, you're in." I'm like, "Sick. You're gonna have to go face guard Dom." And I'm like,
"You're telling me that?"
I'm like, "What?"
That was the year after my senior year, the next year.
Yeah, and I'm like, what? And I go out there, and God bless Coach Owens. He had trusted me during that moment, but I'm like, okay. And Dom just hit me with, and I was like, oh my God, I love Dom. I ain't gonna be in here long. I'm gonna be benched here very soon. I am not that guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had some. We had some good guys in the program, some good players, good guys. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, I have no idea either. And then, and you guys were competitive the whole time, right?
That first year, my first year playing. So my redshirt year, they went to like the Elite Eight. And they returned everyone, and they added me and Curtis Parsons from CMR.
Yeah,
they added me and Curtis to the team.
He was tough too.
And I think we like finished maybe like 14 and 15, and like lost first round. And like there was like some stuff going on in the program. I mean, in the time. Yeah. And then like so that year's over. We got rid of those guys. New crop comes in. I think that's when That's my sophomore year. So that's when we get Stephen McCall, Dexter Williams his junior year, and then we started playing. We have Quinn Smith, Ryan McCarty, Ryan Sullivan, Curtis Parsons still with us. Like that. That team was really good. And then my junior year is that? That's my sophomore year. My junior year would have just been me, Dex, Meach, Quinn, and again Ryan McCarty, Connor Woodle from Missoula. And then my senior year would have been Dom, me, Cooper Kidgel. We had dudes. See, I would be for Cooper Kidgel, Cam.
Yeah.
Derek DeRozier.
Bro, I remember Cooper playing him in high school, and like his team wasn't the best around him, but like he was
gonna get his.
Bro, Trace Tinkle's in the AA, and Cooper Kidgel's still the leading scorer in the state. You know what I mean? I think he was averaging something stupid like 28.
Cooper's averaging like 20. Yeah, Cooper's averaging like 29. And just going down there, pump faking, and then hitting his three. That's all he did.
Dude, he was tough.
And he was talking.
Yeah, and he kind of messed with the Great Falls High kids, but I remember playing him in college, he would definitely be talking. Not like to me, because like him and I are cool, but like when dudes talk, like he ain't gonna just let you talk to him, you know? But yeah, y'all were tough. Who was like your I don't know, who's Western's rival? But obviously Carroll, but y'all had to play some dogs in LC. That Wiley dude, you remember him?
Yeah, so that year it would have been Wiley and LC, and then Carroll when they had Zach Taylor, M. Hoff. The league was booming, man.
Dude.
The league was booming every night.
Damn.
Every night. Yeah, no, Wiley and LC though, that team was crazy.
That team was insane. Did they take second that year? First, maybe?
Yeah. No, they took first that year.
They won the whole thing.
Yep.
Damn. Like in the country.
No, not the whole thing. They won in our league. I don't know what they took at. I don't think they did very well at national.
They didn't do too well. Yeah.
I think that's one of the. I think we were praying for them to lose first round so we can.
Yep.
Do what we need to do. And, yeah.
Y'all made a deep run, didn't you?
Yeah, we my sophomore year we beat Benedictine and lost to Hope International. And then my junior year we lost to Hope. No, who did we lose to the first game? I think we lost that first game. My senior year we beat LSU S, and then we lost to Dalton State. Second round.
Some schools I ain't never heard of, but they're out there.
Dalton State was good that year. I think they finished. I think they Final Four.
Yep. What was that like? Like, what's the national tournament like? Because I obviously didn't get to go because we got COVIDed out.
Dude, it's so, and I hate that they have it at like these like sites now.
Yeah.
Like, get all the teams there. Let us see who's these people that you guys are posting on Twitter. Like, this guy scoring that player over. You know what I mean? Like, let us see these guys.
Yep.
Oh, you know what I mean? We want to see them. We want to see all these teams.
See them in the flesh. Yep.
Let all these teams march out and let's dogs mano a mano. Let's see them.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But no, national tournament's fun. It's literally like you get there, you do your like events. The hotel was right there from the gym, so your game started at 11, so you can go back and forth. You're not playing that first day. You're in Kansas City, good barbecue, Power and Light District right there. Like, I remember me and so I'm gonna say his name because that's my boy. Me and Dex went out to the bar. We went out to the bars in our travel gear after we lost, and we were telling people we were from Wisconsin because we had the W and they had the Adidas. And they believed us, so we were just out there chilling, partying.
Yep. Yo, we would get that too. Yeah. People would think we were the D1 University of Providence when we were rolling around.
Oh, I hate that. I get that on the bus. You guys, like, yeah, we drove our bus all the way from Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Yep. That's us.
Yeah, but that's dope. I wish they did that too, because they have like the sites now, and that's like the sick atmosphere. That's why I like, State was cool because it's kind of like the same thing. Everyone's there, and but now it's all changed.
And your boys, you get to see your buddies from the different schools and stuff. Like,
yeah,
a lot of our players have buddies that play in other NAIAs that are doing well. Like,
yep. Place to make some
I'm
good
trying to help them out.
connections.
Think about the money. Think about the money. They losing out on money.
Yep. Yep. But man, dude, that's time. First off, time flies. But yeah, that's crazy. Y'all
No
had
time.
some crazy ass players, and to like speak about them again. Like for me, it's like, damn, you forget, but you don't at the same time. You know?
It's in the back of your mind. You just need a trigger to bring it forward.
You just
Like,
need to bring it back.
Yep.
Yep. So you do that. You fuck, dude. You went All American, All American. Then you go. We went All American, All American. 6-time. What's your points? How many points you got? 6 all-time scoring over there. Is it 2K over 2K?
No.
No.
I know. I yell at the players when they come at me. I tell them 1,300. So I don't know.
Okay. That's still
But
good.
I tell them 13. Yeah, I tell them I got 1,300 of them when they challenge me.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 1,300.
But I really don't know.
Bro, Dom had 1,000 in 2 seasons. Over 1,000 just in 2 seasons. I remember that because I think the game we went to play them,
he got his 1,000.
He got like a ball or he got some kind of trophy. It was crazy, and I was like,
"Hey, where's my ball?"
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think he was awarded something.
No, I'm sure he did. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
No,
it's cool.
So then you transition out of that and you end up back in Great Falls and you start coaching for us because I remember. No, so bring it back. I remember your last game you played in Great Falls was gonna be the last game I played against you. I was gonna go up and say something like, "Hey man, good career. Like it's been awesome watching you come up." And I started it, and you said something like, "Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. Don't get soft on me or something." You just like walked away.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I was gonna see you again.
Yeah.
Don't get soft on me.
Was that always the goal for you though, to get into coaching right after, or that just kind of happened?
It was the goal. I kind of deviated from it. Just by like certain things, but
yeah.
So after college, obviously I do whatever college basketball player would do after they get an NAIA All-American nod. I sign an agent.
Yeah.
I'm going overseas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play overseas. I'm going pro. So that goes on, and then like July comes around. I didn't get any offers. The only offers I have are like equivalent to me, like I don't know, being like probably like $500 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I have some big decisions to be made because I'm supposed to be getting married at the end of July.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not. So I didn't do that route. So when I came back to Great Falls, I got on with when Steve and JC and them came back. I got on here as a grad assistant. So I did the help with the JV program for a couple years. Then I had some life changes happen in my life, so I stepped away from the program to focus on that. Just take care of that stuff. And then I kind of just stepped away from coaching because I had a kid, and you got to go make money, and coaching really doesn't make a lot of money.
Right.
And they cost a lot. I tell you that. They cost a lot of money, dog.
Diapers cost a lot, man. It's crazy.
Potty check, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So I went into the CPS route. I did that, and I was still like kind of around the school because I still had you guys were here, Z was here, Rasheed and all those guys. So I still had friends here, so I could come watch the games, poke my head in practice, say stuff. And then like last year, I came back around. I was gonna help out a little bit too, on with the JV guys, and then like came November, Keller called me and was like, "Hey, I need an assistant. Like, will you be my assistant? Will you come help me full time?" And I was like, "Sure, like why not?" And I was in a time where like CPS was like kind of getting bad just because like it was out of COVID and like.
Dude, it fucked everything up. I was in that realm too. Yeah. I know exactly what you talk about.
COVID messed all of us up and everything. And so like I was like, I don't want to deal with this because I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this on me. So I jumped at this thing and started literally like I started on November 22nd and I've been here since.
Went from there, man. Yeah. Yep. And then that year y'all kind of struggled, but then you came alive in the tournament.
Yeah.
Last year.
We got hot. Yeah, we got hot in the tournament, and we had that high scoring All-Star game.
Dude, that was fun.
Conference championship.
That was fun to watch, but it was like, damn, Like no stops
Somebody
at
get a
all.
stop.
No
Yeah,
stops.
yeah. Somebody get a stop, please.
You enjoy
Yep.
it though, bro? Like what
Yeah.
kind of
No, I love this. I love coaching. It's it's funny because like when you're a player in a program and you seeing things going, you're like, oh yeah, this is amazing. This is great. Like cool. But
Mhm.
like the behind the scenes, there's so much stuff that you just like you don't know what's going on
Yeah.
or you don't see. But no, I love it. Like this is amazing. I have a good program here. I work for JC who
Mhm.
coached me at Western for a year, and he was always around. He's a Western guy, so like he trusts me with things. I trust him.
Mhm.
He wants me to move up in life, and I want
Mhm.
him to move up in life. So like we're here for each other and stuff. So I love this. This is
Yeah,
amazing.
bro. I was so happy JC got that job. I didn't think that job
Yes,
would be for literally anybody else on this planet. You
for
know,
real. No,
like
this yeah.
he was such a good assistant coach. Like, and it's like, and you know this, like, it was so easy to work hard for him and Keller. You know, like
Yeah,
you're gonna have moments
yeah,
where you butt heads and you got to go at it a little bit, but like,
yeah,
I don't think I ever really did that with JC, and not really Keller at all either. But like, that's just kind of nature of the beast. Sometimes, like, your coach
yeah.
is gonna do things piss you off, whatever. But like, just knowing how much time they put into us, bro, it made it easy.
Exactly.
It made it so
Exactly.
easy, and like.
Yeah.
And I was like, saw Keller was leaving. I was like, that's JC's job. I don't know if he's interviewing for it, but like, that got to be
Yeah.
his job. He's from
Yeah. No, it
Augusta.
has
He's
to.
from the
Yeah.
area.
Exactly. This is him.
Like,
This is him. He ain't going nowhere.
yep. I'm happy
He
for
ain't
him,
going
man. I'm
nowhere.
happy for y'all because
Yeah. No,
it's
we got a good program. We gotta get we want to get the guys that we want in here and good dudes and good people. You know, we had a good team this year and we really overachieved in what people thought what we would do and all that and fortunate how it ended in the Frontier Conference tournament.
don't even
But
get me started. I won't even put you in the position where we'll talk about it, but that was wild.
we can. It's all right. It's
Bro,
basketball.
bro,
It's
so
a life lesson. It's a life lesson. It's basketball, man.
life lessons, man. Like, well, that's the thing. You said it like, overachieved. And in your eyes, maybe you didn't overachieve, but the way you're rated or like how they score, like the
Yeah.
ratings, bro, that's like the University of Providence, except for maybe Z's last year and so Z's last year and then his junior year, which was my last year, where I think, and maybe the year after that, maybe, but like every year, Keller's first year, we were at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we ended up top 3, maybe 4, and we were
Yeah.
a really close game at Northern to go probably play Carroll, and then like put some respect on Providence. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are there now, and it's nice because
Mm-hmm.
it's that program. I feel like that program doesn't get the respect it deserves. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
have
No,
Carroll, you got Rocky, you got these other places like. Don't forget what you got going in Great Falls. You got good, and it starts with the coaches. You and JC there now, like
yeah.
keep it going.
Yep. No, I agree. And I think like I'll let you do most of the talking on the where people are at in the conference, but time it
Yep,
just takes time. It
it
takes time.
it takes time,
It takes
man.
time.
And I
Yep.
caught I caught a lot of flack from some of my Carroll brethrens, because I went to Twitter after that game and I was like, how does UP? I said something like UP got homered in Great Falls or something like that to Carroll. Because I swear to God, whenever I played Carroll, this is my experience. I don't know what anyone else's experience is. I feel like they get the whistle, and that's just
Here
my
we go.
personal opinion. Okay, they like I've watched that play over and over again, man, and I'm like, how is that not like a? And I don't know if I can't remember if it's different in college than it is like in the NBA or stuff, but like that's like a flagrant. That's not a normal foul. Like when that kid went down and like the push, I'll say this, like shouldn't have pushed him. And I tell everyone that, like, he shouldn't have pushed him, in my opinion. But like, what a shit show to end the season, you know?
Is this live?
Yes.
All right. Here's what happened. Obviously, we don't need the layup.
Right. First, he
Like,
could have dribbled it out.
I'm
He could have dribbled it out.
I'm old school, and I'm telling our guys, we get it in bounds. Let's just cover it up like kindergarten basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be our jump ball if they do, or the time's going to run out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. Ball goes deep. He makes the catch. Okay, we can dribble it out. He didn't dribble it out. Okay, we can lay it up. He didn't lay it up. He goes for a dunk. Okay, he didn't dunk. He gets pushed.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I'm not going to comment. I'm just going to say what happened.
Yep.
He got pushed. Okay, he got pushed. JR is the first person off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
JR is standing up.
Mm-hmm.
The Carroll player's hands are still on JR.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't release until JR pushes his hands off, and then he comes back like he was trying to do a handshake.
Mm-hmm.
And then they break up,
Mm-hmm.
walk away, and we have no idea what's going on after that. No communication.
Yep.
Nobody knows anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't know what I can say and can't say. That's all I'm saying on that.
No, yeah, for sure. Or just dribble it out. Or in my opinion, if you're the ref,
dribble it out.
If you're the ref, don't let the chip or to get to the chip go end like that. I don't know.
I have another suggestion.
Yep.
Let's just run our press break that we drew up and get it in bounds and not get trapped and
Exactly.
ball over and foul a
Exactly.
3-point shooter and miss a corner three and turn it over again. And
A lot of things lead up to that.
Not get an offensive rebound. Okay, now we're at that moment.
Yep. And I don't know, man. It's just like Carroll has some kind of luck to them where they find themselves in those positions. And all respect to them, they're killer. I'm not saying they're a bad program or anything like that. I'm just saying it's tough to win there. It's really tough.
Tough place to play.
Yep. But yeah, man. But regardless, it was kind of like was it an up and down season for y'all too, a little bit to start out?
Yeah. Not I mean, it was up and down, but like nobody knows the stuff we have to deal with. Like,
yeah,
not even from the aspect of a team, but like even like JC stuff. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. There's a lot to that.
Like we're doing that. We're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
JC's working his butt off. Like,
mm-hmm.
First of all, shout out JC. I don't know how he does it, but he does it.
Exactly.
Like, man's amazing. Shout him out. All love. But yeah, like we had up and down. Like, but at the end of the day, we had 8 seniors.
Mm-hmm.
And me and JC shouldn't be the ones trying to get you guys to rise to the occasion. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. So for sure. And yeah, again, shout out JC, man. Like the obstacles him and his family have had to overcome. It's admirable, bro. Like that's a dude. Like it's probably very easy to run through a wall for like working for him.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Anything JC wants to do, I'll do it for him. For real, he's a good guy. That's all love.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, from high school all the way through college, now you're coaching. What kind of did that give you any different perspectives? Being like you kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but like, what kind of perspectives or like views of the game has that brought you? Has anything changed?
So,
because now you're responsible for the young men.
Yeah,
you got to make sure like
I'm not the young man.
Yeah, you're responsible for them. Like I remember JC was knocking on doors, like dragging kids to class, and on top of that, you're trying to get their FAFSA done. And
yeah, that's the difference. Like, and like I don't know why, but the reason why I'm in the situation where I'm at as a coach is like the stuff that we've dealt with this year and all that.
Mm-hmm.
We still kept trucking along. You know what I mean? We still kept trucking along, but the piece that piece that add is like I'm responsible for these kids, or now I'm these kids' first call if something goes wrong here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they're not calling home mom or dad; they're calling Coach Smalls.
Yep.
So I'm answering my phone at 3:00. All right, what's going on? Okay, boom, boom. JC's answering his phone. What's going on? We're dealing with more and more stuff along with our other stuff too. So I think that was the biggest adjustment for me was like, all right, like, dang, I have Zay tonight. Oh, shoot. Oh, you're okay? Oh, yeah, I'll come do that. You know what I mean? Like, balancing that and doing that. But I love it.
Yep. You're the guy giving them a drive at 2 a.m. to go to the airport because they got to catch a flight for Christmas.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like
Or dragging them to class, or
mm-hmm.
you take my personal laptop and go do your coursework for the next 4 weeks. You know what I mean? Like,
does it make you think of how stubborn we were though? Like when we were in their shoes, like it's like
so
a cycle.
Stubborn.
Yeah.
Shout out to assistants that I had: Morehouse, Wani, Strickland, JC, Bobby. Sorry for any trouble I caused you guys if I was a bad player, but yeah, seriously, like it's night and day.
Yeah, man. I thought, I mean, I took my shit serious, but I also kind of thought things were sweet. And once I left and I went to Missoula, we were talking about this kind of before we started the pod. Like, I've really started to get into my golf game, but because I really didn't have anything else. Like, I realized basketball was my outlet. Like, I was kind of getting tired of it, to be honest, in the sense of like the schedule. I was like, I think I'm at that point in life where I want to go do some other stuff. I went to Missoula, whatever. But then I quickly remembered, I feel like I took that for granted because it's such a great experience. But at the same time, you underestimate what the real world is. Because I remember I tell people, I played college basketball. Like when I was in my master's program, people didn't give a crap,
They didn't care. They did not care.
They don't care. And who cares if they don't care? But like for me, I was like, okay, I got to find something. So it was golf. But it was kind of weird, like probably these last 3 years since I graduated from Providence. Like it was just like a whole adjustment of like not being a student athlete anymore. You're just a student and you're in the real world now. You don't have that university like sheltering you or something. It was high school, your parents. The university is like that last straw until you really just get out there.
Yep. And that was that's funny you say that, because like the biggest thing that like we preached, because like you're going to get to the dog days of the season. You're going to get to that late December.
Stressful.
Yeah, you got the February stretch where you're just like, all right, where we're at, and you got to make that push, and everything's in, and your practice is everything. And then you're done, and then the real world hits you right in the mouth after graduation. Yep. That's what we try to tell our seniors that. But yeah, adjusting can be really tough, and I too struggled with that. Yeah. Funny that you say that, the 3-year window. So that's like, that was my same window. That 3 years I struggle with, like, I don't have basketball. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't have that. I'm not a college kid anymore. Like I'm basketball, not. For me, basketball was my identity. Like exactly. I'm good at it too. I want to keep playing this. It's something I'm good at. You know what I mean? Like it makes me feel good. And then when you don't have that, you're like, oh, dang. Like you're not getting that adrenaline rush every day. You're only getting it once a day or once a week because you're going to one city league game. Yep. Or one time you shoot around in the gym, or you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I've been there too, man. It's tough. No, it's tough. It's tough because it's like you said, like every week is like, okay, we got Carroll and Western this week. Or we're going down to Arizona for a week to go play, and we're gonna catch. It was, and then you don't have that no more, and it's like, okay, it's an adjustment period because it's like, yeah, man, it is your identity, and it can always be a part of your identity, and it'll always be with us. But at the same time, the real world really don't care, and like you have to like navigate the space of, okay, how and where am I going to mature in my life? Because like that shelter allows you to, kind of keeps you safe and the structure is good. But like, how do you, Yeah, I was sheltered. I had a good life. I was sheltered. In college. And hence why I struggled after that. You know what I mean? Yep. So that's very true to what you say on that. Yeah, man. And to fill that cup, I got into coaching too, man. It's just like you got to give back. And basketball is one of those things, dog, where it's like a life tool to help you out, not only get where you need to be, but like it's also like a coping mechanism. And I realized, okay, I'm not playing because I had hip surgery like less than a year after I graduated.
I had that
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas hip surgery that basically got him blacklisted from the league. Then I had
But IT
shoulder
came
surgery.
back though.
Yeah, he
IT came
did.
back.
And,
You can come back.
I don't think we got enough time for that, but he came back, and I don't get why he's blacklisted.
You're
The
good,
Suns
you're good.
need him, first off.
You're good.
But it was like, how can I do it? And I was coaching. And I remember my first year I got here to Colorado, I started coaching just the high school freshman team, bro. And it was like, okay, this is where I can really tap into that part, because like I said, it'll always be a part of us. And I think it's good that we continued, shed that knowledge to like the next gen a little bit,
Yep. No, that's again, like, that's something that we preach here is like the basketball, like you're here to get education. Basketball is going to pay for that.
Yeah.
The ball's going to stop rolling though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The ball's going to stop rolling. What are you going to do after that? The ball's going to stop rolling. You're just going to sit there and stare at it, or are you going to keep moving along in life?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's what we try to preach with the guys. Like, use this as a lifeline to get you to where you need to get to. If that's overseas, then work your butt off to get overseas. But use this to get your degree, your bachelor's or your master's, and then use that to get where you need to get to in life.
Take the lessons, take like the work ethic, take those principles with you, showing up on time, giving it all your asking questions. Like, those are the things that really help me. And I'm
just
still
being competitive. Being competitive. You have to be competitive in life.
Yep.
Like everything, like a job is competitive. You're not the only one that applies for a job. You're not the only one that, and you're married, but you're not the only one that thinks this girl is attractive. And,
right.
I mean, like, it's competitive.
Yeah.
Everything's competitive. So
exactly.
That's it's life, and it's why you're here.
And
be competitive.
People don't get that though. That and like,
people don't want to compete.
Exactly. People don't understand that, because I remember I was in my master's program and like people were saying, I think sports are stupid, and people would debate about sports, and I'm like, y'all don't understand. And you look at native country in Montana, or you look at I'd say low income areas, for the most part, sports are God. Sports are like the key to like keep kids out of trouble and to like give them inspiration.
Sports is so important in some communities that you have criminals protecting the athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, athletes are untouchable in communities.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's how important sports are to them, because they know that's their way out and to better their family.
Yeah. And so I didn't understand how people could say that, but I also realized that, again, once you leave that university, there are people in the world that just ain't about it. And and I say that in the sense of, there's a lot of softies out there, and I think unless you're grow up in a certain household or grow up in a competitive setting, some people are just super soft and they just don't get it, and you're gonna have to deal with those kinds of people. And
some people, and I'm not trying to sound, I don't even know what the word is, but I don't want to sound like how it sounds. But like, some people either have competed in their life, or they haven't competed in anything.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like,
and there's a big difference, in my opinion. You look at everyone who's successful, for the most part, they have some kind of competitive bone to them,
Yeah.
And that's one of those things, like you said, it's just, and JC and Keller and even Owens preach that to us, of like, take these lessons and you're gonna be able to implement them. If you're able to, like, up here, able to identify and like correlate how those can be implemented in your life without the basketball being there,
Exactly. Yeah. That's and that's like, even with like Keller, like the way he coaches, it's hard, but you're going to be sitting on your couch one day and you're going to be like, dang, I appreciate him for doing that, or how he treated me for that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard, but at the end of, like, you're not going to notice it the game before Carroll. You're going to notice it 3 years, 4 years later, when you're sitting down by yourself. You know what I mean?
And you realize how much those people mean to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's like family. All the dudes I played with, no matter what, they're like family. All my coaches like family. And it's a beautiful thing, man. And you're in that role now, so it's dope. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see how the recruiting goes. and just kind of next year, because y'all did lose a lot, but that's part of the game. You know, you have senior heavy teams, and that means those next dudes got to step up, and that's it right there, man.
Yeah, no, I love the recruiting. You get to go out and see some dudes and bring some dudes in and pitch the school to them, and you're pitching your program, and and they'll get those dudes to come.
Yep, I love it. I can't wait, dog. But I know you got a City League game coming up here in a little bit, so I'll let you get out of here. We'll probably.
Are you sure? You good?
No, yeah, we'll probably just have to do a part 2 sometime because there's some more stuff we could dig into.
God.
But yeah, I want you to go win that City League chip. But I appreciate you coming on, man. We've been going for an hour straight, so it's all good.
It's an hour.
So good luck tonight, dog. And
thank you. Appreciate you for having me, man. I did promise Shiloh and Dustin I would shout them out.
Hey.
Shout out Classic Cuts. Shout out Classic Cuts.
I don't know if they follow me on Instagram. I was shouting them out the other week.
Hey, they do. I told them I had a special appearance today.
I need it. I need it, man. Hey, because every place I've gone, you know,
they don't do it right.
They don't do it right. They don't do it like Shiloh and Dustin. There's a problem. They set a high expectation, and Classic Cuts in Great Falls. For all my Great Falls people, man, it's the only place.
Classic Cuts, man. You gotta go.
Get out of the Great Clips.
No appointments. Don't call. Just walk in only.
Walk in, babe. They still do cash only.
Huh?
They do cash only.
Yeah,
still?
cash only too. Yeah. But there's an ATM. There's an ATM in the casino.
So take 40 out. Take 40 out. Throw some money in.
You get you a free beer. Nice lady over there. Well, it ain't free. It's $20, but
right. Yeah. Free. Yeah,
she's nice though. She's nice.
But I appreciate it. But I appreciate it, bro.
All love.
Yep. We'll get you on another time. Have a good luck tonight, and have a good night.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace.
Shyke Smalls right there. You know, grew up, you know, Great Falls. My grandpa was a coach at Great Falls High, and Shyke was my grandpa was a coach and a referee in the Great Falls area, and Shyke was one of those dudes that I always looked up to, and so it was really cool having him on. Definitely gonna have to get him on again because there's a lot. I feel like we could have went for 3 hours, to be honest, but there's a lot there to tap into. He's not only a stellar athlete, but just a good person, man. And so happy to have him on. He has a City League game tonight. He said, you know, I can miss it. And I was like, nah, man, you go get that chip. So, but yeah, a lot there. That was a really good pod with him. A lot there. I appreciate him again for coming on. And that's what I want out of this. You know, those are the people I kind of want to get in here who can, you know, kind of relate to what I'm talking about, but also like share a message. And him and JC got a really good thing going over there at University of Providence. Like I said, JC, I don't think there'd be anyone else for that job after Keller leaves. And shoot, they were a controversial ending away, and maybe some, you know, just a controversial, in my opinion, a controversial ending away from being in the Frontier chip. But that's basketball. You know, when I tell my players too, it's like, look, yeah, maybe a referee messed up, or yeah, maybe that's controversial and didn't go the way we wanted it to go, but that's basketball and that's life, you know? And so if I know anyone could turn that negative into a positive, it'd be JC and Shyke. So just dope. Like I said, I looked up to that guy coming up, and he was good at everything. Shyke was good at everything, just natural. But yeah, last night, you know, I'm gonna go for a couple more minutes. I just need to air this out. Last night, I watched the University of Providence versus Gold or something college for the women's national championship, and wow, was I disappointed with the foul calling at the end of that game. There's a couple, I don't know, man. I just feel like the University of Providence girls kind of got hosed a little bit, but again, it's basketball. I'm very proud of them, and congratulations to Coach Bill and Stephanie and Emily and those who are coaches for the girls team for going that far. That's honestly just amazing. I thought, you know, I don't know what I thought, but I'm just really happy that they made it that far. Very proud of them, and I'm very proud alumni of the University of Providence for them making that run. And so, and it's cool to see, Stephanie McDonough and um, Emily on that bench being assistant coaches and chasing their dreams in that realm too. But proud of them, proud of the boys, and just yeah, I'm not really proud of the Phoenix Suns right now. I don't know if we're gonna make a good run. I don't know if I could be proud of the Yankees. We just lost the Diablos, but at least I could be proud of my alma mater. Lot of work goes into that kind of stuff, behind the scenes of even getting funding the travel, and getting donations and making sure the student athletes' credits are aligning so they can graduate on time, or helping them make life decisions. It's a lot bigger than basketball, in my opinion. Some people, it is probably just strictly basketball when they go to college, but my opinion, it is bigger than basketball. And the people who really lead that charge are the coaches. A lot of work goes into those student athletes, and a lot of time, commitment, and love goes into those student athletes. And it's just happy to see them. It's just like they're on ESPN3 right now. Like, holy shit. Like, this is awesome. They were killing, and it was a really competitive game. A couple controversial calls, in my opinion, at the end. But, that being said, I think referees are human too. And referees do go watch film, and maybe they think, maybe I shouldn't have called that. Maybe I didn't. But it's like people forget. Like, my grandpa was a referee, and I've refereed some stuff. And, like, people forget, like, how quick things happen and how hard it is to, be a referee. And I know a lot of places need refs. Montana specifically. I think I saw something posted by the Referees Association. I think it's MOA, Montana Officials Association, saying that they need refs. Like, if you want your kids to play athletics, we need referees, and maybe you could be that ref. And maybe put yourself in their shoes. Like I said, I felt like there's some calls in that girls' game that, jeopardize the outcome in some way or another. But at the same time, I realized the ref's a human. And if it wasn't for refs, games wouldn't be happening, but proud of the girls. And, and I'm serious though. Like, if you want to go be a referee, go be a referee. If you don't, or you're on the fence, I think you should consider it, because Montana's in a real tough spot. I know Colorado is too, of people to be refs. And some people you can't blame. Like, if someone's yelling at me when I was a ref, someone's yelling at me or telling me something, like, I could deal with that, because I had coaches in my ear screaming at me. I've been in games where people are screaming and stuff, So some people can handle it, others can't, and that's probably because of hostile crowds and things like that. And so people gotta understand too, like, they're human. Maybe we could show a little more respect. But I get, again, there's a lot of pride taken in games, and fans have a right to be upset and happy, and I have a right to be a little upset. But that doesn't mean I have a bad outlook on officials. Anyways, great podcast. Lots gone on in the world since I've last been on. It's been about 3 weeks now. I just hope that, everyone finds peace, love, and comfort in whatever they're doing right now. There's a lot of pressure on one thing I think Shyke and I kind of talked about, like, the real world. When I came out of UP after playing ball, and that's like the end of my career, where I played ball my whole life, right? And I put a lot of pressure on myself. I was like, okay, I need to go chase something else. And it was my master's degree. So that kept me really focused, because it's like, I really need to get this master's. But I had to find other outlets and But like, what I'm trying to get at is there's a lot of pressure people put on themselves, if it's financial, if it's goals or whatever. But just stay patient with yourself, right? Just stay patient and stay dedicated to your goals and to that grind of accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish. Things don't always come overnight unless you're super, super, super lucky. And I think a lot of people are defined, especially a lot of great people are defined for their long, dedicated journey to reaching their goals and their achievements. And then once you get there, staying hungry. There's a lot of also uncertainties in the world, like everyone, if you keep up with the news, there's a lot of messed up things going on in this world. People are losing loved ones, and people are just going through a lot. I think not only as a nation, but as a world, we're going through a lot. you know. And so I just pray that, or I just hope that people can find moments of joy, peace, and comfort in making sure to cherish their time with loved ones and being able to, call their loved ones, tell them you love them, and just spreading that love, man. I think in this world we need a lot of love, where there's a lot of hate, and love counteracts hate. You know what I mean? Appreciating one another, even when we do have differences in what we think or how we view things. And there has to be a time where we can sit down and say, okay, I understand we don't look at things the same way, and that's fine. The way we're brought up, the way we're raised, our values, our cultures, all of those things point towards, how we'll view the world, and not everyone's going to be aligned. But I just hope we can find acceptance in one another for differences, and basically just differences. We don't have to all think the same way. We don't all have to do the same thing, and we can respect that. I think where we get in a lot of issues here is where people don't respect that of one another, or they try and push a certain thing on one another, and that makes the other side mad. And we just accept each other and, think of the greater good. That would go a long way. But anyways, I'm going to end the podcast on that. Shyke, Uncle Shyke's a great person to have on. He had a lot to say. That was a really cool and fun conversation for me. And I'm just grateful that he came on. Definitely gonna have to get him on again. But I appreciate y'all for coming on and supporting. If you can, go follow my YouTube. I'm gonna post this video up on YouTube. You can watch it there. Subscribe to my channel. Also give this Facebook page a follow. All the support means a lot to me, and I feel like we're just slowly growing. But I love doing this stuff. I love getting on, talking to people, and being able to share messages of the people I bring on, and just discussing whatever. One day it might be goofy and talking, other days it might be a little more serious. But again, I just appreciate y'all. I'm gonna make sure this week just to find something that brings you peace and comfort, and make sure to tell your loved ones you love them, and cherish the moments you have with them, and don't think about what you don't have. Okay? Cherish what you got. Don't boil over what you don't got. Spread some love. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. See you soon.